What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Greyman Operation. So as you can see, today we're going to be doing a comprehensive review of the Strikeman laser firearm training system. Now, I've got this for about a month and I've used it extensively. I'm a big believer in Dryfire training, at-home training, and having a system like this that is affordable and really simple to use and does provide really cool feedback just gives you more motivation to do that kind of training. Now, guys, I am giving a full setup. Everything you see here today, I'm going to be giving away next week on Patreon. So if you want to join on Patreon, it's the first link in the video description below if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, it's the first comment. I give away things like this every single month to my patrons. If for whatever reason you can't wait or you don't want to become a patron, this is available in South Africa from the guys at Auction Armoury. I will leave all their details linked down below where you can pop down and get yourself one of these. That said, let's flip the view where I'll show you what you get in the box as well as what the system does. Okay guys, so let's get straight into it. This is what your Strikeman box looks like. You got some information there. As you can see, it's App Store as well as Google Play compatible, and you get some information on the back. What you get in the box is as follows. When you open the sucker up, my camera's going to freak out now because of that. There you go, because of this white sheet. This is literally just a white piece of paper. You're going to get your Strikeman target. This is a card type deal that's in a stand. You'll notice this stand has like a T-shaped edge, and you'll see why in a second. On the back, you'll see there's two holes. Those two holes serve a purpose, but you also obviously to hang the target from a hook in the house if you want to hang it on the wall, that kind of deal. So this is your target. This target, the number 10 is, or the center 10, the bullseye is small. It's like about the size of a thumbnail. So if you're aiming for a specific spot and you hit it, you are quite accurate with your shots. Then you're going to get your Strikeman instruction manual, which is going to explain to you how to assemble your laser cartridge, how to set up your tripod, how to basically prepare the target and your phone. This is the stand. Now you'll see the stand has a T-shaped hole. So what happens is you assemble the stand by putting the T-shaped piece of the target, aligning it with a T-shaped hole, which, there we go, it's nice and snug and tight so it doesn't move around. And then you've got like a way to make this target stand, which is quite nice. So what you then also get are these two suction cups. So these clip into the back here if you want them to, and then you can sort of suction cup it against like a wall or whatever you want to, anything it'll stick against. Then you get quite a decent phone tripod. So you get this piece, which is the legs, and this screws into that piece like so, and it's like extendable, so you can extend it a bit. And the head is rotatable. By loosening that, it'll turn, and by loosening this, the head will go up and down. So quite a decent little tripod. If you wanted a selfie stick out of the deal, you get that at least. Okay, and then what you also get, or what I'm going to be giving away, everything you see here, by the way, is part of next week's Patreon giveaway, is the laser cartridge. Now obviously I have 9mm firearms, and this is a 9mm cartridge. So on the box it explains to you how to load the batteries. It comes with 3 batteries, and those batteries are good for around 2,000 shots. So what happens is, once you load the batteries into the cartridge, okay guys, please don't load this cartridge into your magazine. You have to load this directly into the barrel. Okay, the rear of the cartridge has like a rubberized button, and when the firing pin hits that button, it projects that laser. Obviously it just pings it. Okay, that then hits the target and a signal is sent to your phone. So before I show you the whole setup, let me show you what the app looks like. So guys, as I open the app on my tablet, I want you to know that this tablet has no, I wonder if I can show you, has no connection to the internet. I'm in airplane mode. So you can function this app with no connection to the internet. Now, as you get to the home page, I just want you to remind you guys that I have no profile. I'm using this on the bare minimum settings you can possibly use it. If you create a profile, you get more functionality. If you go for the pro system, you get even more functionality. I wanted to show you with no profile so you can see what you get for as little effort as possible. If you tap on the gear icon over here, you can set your session countdown time. I'll show you that in a second. And you can set what you want your gunshots to sound like. Come on. It can sound like a gunshot, or it can sound like steel. Okay, and then you can have a countdown sound as well as the shot score audio feedback. You will see that all in a second. If we go back, I'll just dump the stylus. And then profile, like I said, you guys can see I'm loaded in as a guest. There's so many more functionalities that you can, like, this is just an example of what you can see if you have a profile, how many shots you fired. You've got all these metrics. Obviously, I've got nothing because I haven't added in a profile. If you go to train, right, train over there, focus, and you go start a new session. Okay, now it starts off with selecting your distance from the target. It can go anywhere up, you can physically be anywhere up to 100 feet from the target, which is pretty cool. The phone or your device which is connected to which is connected to the system needs to be between 2 and 10 feet from the target. Obviously, the better the camera, the further away it can be. Then conditions, is it daytime or nighttime? That's basically just going to affect the brightness of the display. Select session type. Now there's two types, time or number of shots. Time is quite literally runtime, like how many minutes are you going to be shooting for. Number of shots is quite literally the number of shots. How many shots do you intend to fire? It goes up to 100. And then, do you want multiple sessions? If you enable multiple sessions, it will ask you how much sessions, let's say 5. And you can have a break in between sessions of, let's say, 100 seconds. And from there, you would then go to calibrate. Now, once you calibrate it, your session will basically begin. So let me switch the view and show you the two different types of calibration, manual and automatic, and how well those register. Okay guys, so I'm going to take you through this in real time. I'm going to open the Strikeman app, and I'm going to calibrate this manually. So I'm going to start a new session. The only thing you really have to select is the runtime of the session. Let's just make it 5 minutes, and from there you need to calibrate. Now it's got this little red line flickering that as you zoom in, it zooms in on the target. I actually just put it off. Okay, I zoom in now. 99% of the time it will automatically find the target if you put on auto calibration, but for when it doesn't, it's super easy to calibrate that red circle to the target. Like, there you go, and you click start and you get a countdown. So just to show you how accurate the manual calibration is, I'm going to try to go from 10 all the way down to 4. And as you can see, those gaps are quite small. I'm at about 5 yards. So let's kick things off with 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So even on manual calibration, the system is really, really accurate. Okay, so let's just test the accuracy of the automatic calibration. So we just start a new session. We select the session time of, say, 5 minutes. Calibrate, and what this basically the circle around the outer edge wants to do is find the target. So you zoom in, you kind of fill as much of your screen with the target as possible, and as you see there, that circle then picks up the target. Maybe just move it a bit so we got it nice and center, and there you go. And then you click start. Okay, so let's test the calibration or the accuracy of the automatic calibration.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So as you can see, perfectly calibrated with both automatic and manual calibration. So guys, from that you could see pretty much how accurate it is. And this target is small, guys. Like if you look at how small that bullseye is, you know, the distance between 10, 9 and 8 is less than the width of my index finger. So this darkened area here is about the size of a fist. Okay, so you can get some really good training, and if you push it back to 100 feet, which is the maximum distance. Something I do want to show you as well is, guys, this system will work if you have a cert pistol. Okay, it's pretty much the exact same style laser. So if you want to train without a real firearm in the game and you have a cert pistol, these things are hellishly expensive. But if you do have one, then you can absolutely use that with your Strikeman system. Something I want to show you about the cartridge. Now guys, all these firearms are empty and safe, as you will see. You need to load it directly. You can't load it into a mag. It won't fit in a mag. So it's hard to do this on camera. So you chuck it in there, as you can see it, and if you can just make it out there, drop your slide, and you are then good to go. Okay. Now, once that is done, obviously your trigger now needs to be reset, so you're going to have to rack your slide. But the catch is here, guys, taking the cartridge out is not possible from the inside. So I just used like my stylus, and I just press it back. But they say you can use like a screwdriver, a cleaning rod, or whatever the case may be, and this will fit. Oops. This will fit, obviously, any pistol that is chambered in 9mm. So you get different cartridge types. Obviously, once I do the giveaway, I'll ask what kind of firearm you have and what it's chambered in, and then get you the proper cartridge for that firearm. The cartridge has like these two rubber seals, focus, and that keeps it super tight in the barrel, basically. And so it's very consistent. Like I said, I zeroed all of these red dots with this cartridge, or I confirmed the zero with it, and it hasn't shifted, hasn't moved. I've loaded and unloaded this cartridge multiple times. I've dropped this thing, and the laser and the zero have remained true. So that's pretty cool. So even if you need something to zero your red dot, right? This is a really, really cool system. It's at home, and you don't have to go to the range and fire a bunch of shots and get that optic zeroed. So guys, that is the setup, and like I said, I have absolutely no profile. I'm logged in as a guest. I log in without any internet connection, and you can pretty much run the system for what its base meant to do. If you want to get more fancy training mechanisms where you can have like shot timers and different scenarios and things like that, you can go pro. It's around $9.99 per month if you're international. If you're in South Africa, it's like $190. Depending on the exchange rate, you also do get pro targets and all those cool things. So you can really go down the rabbit hole with this at-home training system, which I think is really cool. So, like I said, guys, I'm giving away one on Patreon next week. If you want to get in on that, please consider joining. Like I said, if you can't wait, the guys at Auction Armoury are the people to speak to. They actually bring in a lot of cool US gear. So go check out their website, Arrowhead Tactical Gear, the Strikeman training. I hope to do quite a lot of work with them because they seem to be really keen to bring in some really, really cool stuff. Guys, that is it. I will catch you next week for another review. Have a good week. Be safe. Train hard. Cheers. God bless.